we have our correspondent, Sadiq Ilyasu, live for us in Kano State to tell us what the atmosphere is like. We saw the police earlier on saying there should be no gatherings whatsoever. But Sadiq, tell us, what is going on in Kano?
Well, I could say today is a very wonderful day for the Kano people because they are expecting the long-awaited judgment. And as you know, whenever there is going to be this kind of judgment, usually the police gives out their briefing. Yesterday, the police commissioner called for a quick briefing. When we reached there were military officials, there were customs, there were immigration, all other sister agencies, the DSS, everybody were there. And there was also a show of force by these joint security agencies. And he wants that anybody who feels he can disrupt the peace in the state will be dealt with. That he didn't mean his words. He was very serious about that. But let me just take you a little back to what has been happening in the court right from the tribunal. If you could remember, the initial case was filed by the APC and the APC candidate, the governorship candidate in Ghana. And they filed challenging the success of the governor of Kano, who is Abba Kabir Yusuf. However, the tribunal ruled in their favor. And before the tribunal ruled, one thing that people usually forget is that actually Gowda pulled out from the appeal, from the tribunal petition. So it was the APC that took charge and they got success. I would say it's a success for them at the tribunal. And there are three important rulings that was done by the tribunal. One was on the issue of ballot papers that were not signed and dated. And second, there was also an issue of the margin. You know, the margin between the two candidates was about 128,000. And what actually, they also challenged that the council votes were more than the margin. If you could remember, Friday, on that very day, I crossed live and spoke to you, and I told you that the margin was about 230 votes. And so the tribunal also ruled on that, meaning that it could have gone inconclusive. And the third judgment was on whether Abba is a member of the NNPC or not. And the tribunal did judge, but said, ruled on it, but said it had no jurisdiction. But however, they said the NNPC could not prove that.
Indeed, Sadiq, we're going to be hearing a lot of those reviews subsequently. But give us a sense of how Kano residents are processing what's going to happen at the Supreme Court today. How we know that, you know, Kano is the capital of politics, but particularly the Supreme Court, the Apex Court's ruling on the election petition today. Give us a sense of how they're processing it.
Well, I was coming to that as well. But here with me is the paper that I received from one of the schools in Kano. Let me just read to you what the paper said. We are writing to inform you that there will be no school on Friday, that's today, January 12, 2024, due to the final Kano State gubernatorial verdict by the Supreme Court. This is not just from one school. I believe most of the schools in Kano are shut down today because they are scared of what might happen in the state. And as you can see behind me, this is not the normal traffic that we used to see in Kano, because this is one of the major roads in Kano State, the state road. And you can see behind me, only a few people are moving around. Although it's still morning, but this is actually not what we used to see before. And while I was standing here before you come to me, the Commissioner of Police himself just passed by this road and he was moving around. I believe he's going around the state to ensure that everything is good.
Yes, indeed. Sadiq Ilyasu, our correspondent in Kano, keeping an eye on the city
a major city center to find out exactly what happens afterwards. We hope there will be peace and tranquility and law and order. That is the prayer of everyone. But our attention is also at the Supreme Court, where those verdicts will be coming from. Thank you, Sadiq Ilyasu, for coming through. We'll touch down with you, or touch base with you as soon as this develops even further.